Have you ever had the opportunity to interview a refrigerator? Well, today I have 30 minutes with a refrigerator. I have Harry Na, the Dimchae, part of the New Zealand boys, one of my funniest interviews to date. Good afternoon and welcome back to the Scratch Golf Show. If you're new here to the channel, welcome. My name is Marco and I'm your host. Here on the Scratch Golf Show, we talk about all things golf, YouTube, and professional, and that includes interviewing the top creators in the YouTube golf space like the Dimchae. Now, if you want to see the rest of the New Zealand boys on the channel for an interview, comment below, like the video, and please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 7,000 subscribers by the end of summer. All that stuff really helps the channel. Now, without further ado, let's get into the interview with Harry. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Scratch Golf Show. We've got our first New Zealand boy, someone I'm a huge fan of. We've got the Dimchae himself, Harry. Welcome to the Scratch Golf Show, man. Thank you for jumping on.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. It's a great evening.
How's it going, man? How's life been? You've been traveling a lot. I know you guys do a lot of travel, like in the Thailand, Asian area. I mean, that's got to be awesome. Man, how's life been these last few months for you?
Um, I have to say, last year it's been a big change for us. Obviously, there are more traveling involved. I don't travel as much compared to other boys because I did a few other jobs here in New Zealand. But again, I'm traveling again next week. I'm back to the States and doing all this stupid shit again, and just. But it's
Yeah,
been great
yeah.
so far. It's been great. It's been fun. Um, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, you guys have really kind of come onto the scene these last year. I mean, you guys all have your personal channels, and obviously Taco Quan, all the boys are make hilarious content. But I guess, for the people who maybe don't know you, do you mind introducing yourself, how you got into golf content, YouTube,
Sure.
the whole world?
Well, honestly, YouTube was never an option. I was a kid who wanted to become a touring professional and wanted to do this for a living. I ended up being a professional in 2013 as a touring professional. Got my status through Q School. Played all over the world, but after COVID, it sort of slowed down and couldn't really travel. And I think I was doing some coaching. I was trying to make a living out of golf. Um, Probably about 3 years ago, Taco approached me. All of us, we were junior. We grew up together playing golf together. We were all friends. We've been knowing each other for quite a while time. Taco asked me, "Hey, you want to do a YouTube stuff?" I think he's got an inspiration through Quan. I think back then Quan's channel wasn't big either, but he was he was going. Um, yeah, and then I did start off with Taco a few videos at the start, and he started making good content. And he's like, he did ask, "Hey man, why don't we try do this a little bit more serious?" And I think I made some time as a part time, did some filming and all this. It was fun, but obviously it wasn't making, and we weren't making enough to make a living out of it. And then Toombs hopped on, Sam jumped on, and then everything just started to change real quick. And a lot of collabs with Quan. I think that did grew us pretty quick. Um, yeah, and things started changing, and it's been cool.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of pros, right? Guys like you yourself, Quan, Toombs, Sam, even guys like over here like Brad Dalkey who just, won the Creator Classic yesterday, Sean Walsh, like all these guys who have gotten into YouTube from the pro game. Can you talk to me a little bit about the transition from pro golf to YouTube? And I guess, do you consider yourself like a full-time YouTuber now, or are you still trying to make it on the pro golf side and still just use content just as there as a side hustle type thing?
Well, I'll have to say YouTube is the full time now. I don't have any passion to playing in touring professional golf. There are a lot of sacrifice, time. I don't know if I'm ready to sacrifice. I wouldn't call myself young, but it is a risky pathway to take. And I've done it before, so I don't regret it. But obviously, deep in my heart, there is a thing where I want to hold that big trophy. Good thing about YouTube is obviously there's less pressure. There are some pressure on the day trying to get these videos sorted, but mate, it's nothing compared to tournament golf. Um, Yeah, I'll have to say I'm a full-time YouTube golfer now. I made a
It's a
fortune
different
with
kind of
this.
pressure.
Yeah, it's a
It's a
different
different kind of
pressure.
pressure.
It's a pressure
And
that I can handle.
can you talk to me a little bit about, like, I guess mentally, how much more freeing is it for you as like a YouTuber now that you don't have to deal with the stress of going to Q school, getting your card? Because like for me, like I love YouTube golf. Like I have my channel is strictly YouTube golf, but I love pro golf. Like I watch a lot of PGA Tour golf. Like my first love is pro golf, and I started interviewing PGA Tour caddies when I first started the channel. So like the grind, like all that stuff, I'm pretty familiar with how stressful that is. I guess just talk to me a little bit of how much mentally freeing it is from YouTube to pro golf.
I think pro golf. I think main difference. I think it was, financially it wasn't easy part. Going to all Q school, not having to work, and there are only expenses, and relying on tournament, playing well in tournaments, and expecting you to have your card. It's just there's a lot of pressure, and it feels like all the Q schools you get once a year. You get and you're preparing the whole year for that one moment. It is stressful, and I think what's the financial part? It's there's you're not freedom from financially. So where now YouTube, the harder you work, you get rewarded for the amount of the time you spend. But obviously, tour golf, it's not. So there is mentally, I'm very free. I'm very happy currently. Um, yeah.
No, I get it, and it makes sense. Like from like I said, I've had Sean, Brad, all these guys on who have done even Wes and George, right? I know you guys just I mean not you, but because you didn't make it over here to the states, but I know the boys just did a big collab with the Bryan Bros. Like even Wes and George have talked about like. I mean, Wes obviously got suspended from the PGA Tour. Right now, he's full time into YouTube, and this is a guy who was making cuts, but he's much more freed and like enjoying YouTube because of how cool and how much growth has been in the YouTube golf side. I guess can you talk a little bit about the differences and like what your week to week or practice routine or even just life in general looks like from pro golf to YouTube?
Well, I'll tell you what. I play zero golf apart from filming, and I think that's same with every other boys. I think Taco just got back from this overseas trip. That golf bag's been in the travel bag and it's never been out. It's just staying in there until our next travel, which is next week. So same as me, I don't practice or anything. So we don't expect ourselves to play good golf. Um, yeah, it's and probably our attitude is sort of like this. It's because we don't have any pressure playing golf. We don't have to. Oh man, I need to go out there and play well. I still get stressed from not playing well, but I don't. I still wouldn't put any effort into it into golf as a player because I've done it all my life. I've done it enough. Right now, I do a lot of coaching, so I do about 30 hours coaching a week, which is my side hustling. I do. I operate a indoor golf area, a few little other things here and there. That's why I don't travel as much compared to the boys. But still, YouTubers, yes, it is. It is our main thing for sure.
So you're just a jack of all trades. You're coaching, running businesses, editing, late at night, getting
Yeah,
videos up. I saw you.
I think I have about 7 jobs. I'll tell you that. I've got about 7 jobs.
How do you, as somebody who's played at, I mean, the top level, right? Obviously, you've played in Q school. I feel like it gets not much more top than that. Getting the various tours and such. How do you scratch the competitive itch like nowadays? Like, obviously, YouTube is there, but like, do you feel the need to like compete even though you're not playing professionally anymore, just because it's kind of ingrained in you as a golfer?
Um, no, not really. I don't. No, I feel like I'm totally switched off from golf. Um, I don't. Yes, I do want to play good, but not to a point where I wanted to get up early in the morning, get to put that effort in. Not that much. I don't think so. And if there are more opportunity through YouTube Golf where playing good golf gives you more opportunity, yes, I think I'll definitely put in work. But at this stage, I don't really see a big point trying to play well on YouTube Golf.
Talk to me a little bit about how you met the boys. I mean, Sam, Taco, Toombs, you guys obviously are all very good friends. I got to hear the story of how you guys met and how you have just this insane chemistry on camera because you guys are fucking hilarious and it just comes off so natural. It just seems you're just like shooting the shit on camera with your friends. Talk to me about how you met all the boys and what your relationship's like throughout all these
Well,
years.
with Sam, I played junior golf with him together. We were in the same golf club. So we grew up playing golf together. After I turned pro, I think Sam got his status in New Zealand Q School 2 years after I got my card. And I think we used to travel together for about 10 years, every tournament. There were a time where I was playing over in Asian Tour, Korean Tour. I was there for about 5 years, but every time I come back home, I used to travel with Sam. And he's been exactly the same. It's, you know, everyone thinks Sam's quite different. He's definitely a different human being, but he's exactly the same. But off the camera, he's pretty normal. Well, actually, it's not. And same as Taco. We Taco travels with us, junior golf together, and we've been friends for a very, very long time. Same as Toom. It's I have to say we've known each other for at least 15 years.
What are you gotta let's hear some of the stories. Like you gotta have some good stories with the guys from whether it's early in the days or from filming. What are some of the funniest stories or I guess memories that you have with them over those 15 years as friends? I gotta hear some unfiltered stuff.
Hmm. Is there no filter here? Do I just say
No,
anything?
no, no, no. You can say whatever the fuck you want. You're all good. I got no sponsors. Well, actually, I do. I have Tacoma. I'm Team Tacoma as well. I'm a
Oh,
Tacoma
okay,
bro.
right, right. Well,
Yeah.
that's good. Well, honestly, there's too many, and our life in general, if we're together, everything's just becomes a story. It's just, we're in the middle of workout, and it just gets crazy. Like we love to be silly when we're together.
Yeah.
When we're not together, we do behave, but when we're together, it just feels like we're filming and we do same shit. I think once I was with Sam traveling in a tournament. We didn't have much money, um, and I think we had about $300 together, and that was our accommodation for that night. And we were like, Sam, we ended up being in casino, and we were like, if we double this money, we're gonna stay in a nice place. If we don't, we're gonna sleep in the car. Well, like you guys think, we did end up sleeping in the car, but we did a lot of these bunch of weird, stupid stuff. But it's still going, still an ongoing thing. We do a lot of bunch of stupid shit. It's just us, still kids.
Still kids at heart. Who's your favorite person to film with out of the boys? Is it Sam?
I have to say, I think everyone's going to say it's Sam because he is the most. He just absorbs everything. He doesn't fight, so he's easy to bully. Um, yeah, probably Sam. I think everyone's going to say the same thing. That's how lovely the dude is, but just he's a weird dude too at the same time.
I've got to ask about this story because it made me laugh and it actually got brought up in the video. But what is with the story of you being a fridge? Why was that a thing in the thumbnail where they made you a fridge?
Well, it started from corn. I think we were filming, and I think I must have been a little bit fat or bloated. And apparently, my back was very square. So he just called me, "You look like those one of those single fridge." And then, as soon as the boys heard that, they just repeatedly non-stop saying that word. There's this word called Dimchae, which is like a more, it's a Korean kimchi fridge, but it's more rectangle. So it's a wider fridge. And I think Sam mentioned that first, and then everyone started calling me that, and I just absorbed it. I don't like it at the start, but when people recognize me from outside, they just call me, "Hey, Fridge, hey, Dimche," and I just accepted it now. So,
Oh man, that's too funny. I did look that up because I remember seeing it, and that's what ChatGPT told me that it was some sort of like Korean fridge. And I was like, okay, I don't know if that's actually true or not, but now it's good to hear that it's actually true. I have a couple buddies who are actually one of my friends is a viewer of the show, lives actually in Australia, loves your guys' stuff. He submitted this question, but he wants to know, how do you guys get on all these sick ass courses for YouTube? I know you guys play a lot of really cool golf courses.
Oh, okay.
We
Um,
got to hear how that gets set up.
Actually, sometimes we just inquire to the golf course, obviously very politely, and we tell them the benefit that they could get, which may not be true, but that's what we believe. Um, so we send them a nice email. If we get in touch, I think we have like a meeting. Another way is probably friend, you know, just connection through people that you know, and they just ask for us, and yeah, it's just that. We don't really. I don't know what other people were expecting, but it's
So it
quite
is
nice.
that easy. You guys just email. Do you have a lot of trouble like filming internationally? Like obviously I feel like in the States it's much easier to film here, but like Japan, Thailand, Korea, like all these like I guess foreign countries, is it easy to get access to film and put stuff on YouTube when you're filming there?
I think getting access is easy, but their culture, how they do their golf, like slow play is never allowed, and there's always have to be a caddy. They've Korean or Japan, they've got their weird rules. Um, so it does get a little bit complicated in Korea and in Japan, but apart from everywhere else, it's pretty easy. I think drone shots. Some people may get fussy because if they're close to the airport, they don't really allow drone footages, allow us to fly drone. But apart from that, it's pretty. I have to say, it's fairly easy.
So you've played golf all over the world. Like you mentioned earlier. What are some of your favorite golf courses that you've played? Like let's say top 5 golf courses that you've played internationally.
Internationally, I play this golf course called Stonehill. I think that's in Thailand. I think that's a very private. I think when we filmed that day, we were like the only people on the golf course that day. I think there were like about 100 staff looking after us, and it's just how we were treated was just amazing. Obviously, there were no divots on practice fairways, bunkers, everything was just perfect. Conditions were perfect. So I have to say that was the best experience we had so far. And I think the boys would agree. So it was Stonehill near Bangkok in Thailand. Um, what else? There's a golf course in New Zealand. It's quite a similar place with Stonehill. It's very private. You get looked after very nicely. It's called The Hills. I think they used to host New Zealand Open. But apart from that, I don't really have a really favorite golf course. But Stonehill definitely was outstanding.
Have you played a lot of golf in America in the US?
I wouldn't say so. I probably played about 10 to 15 courses there in my life. Well, not a lot. But I think we've got a bunch of big ones coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you share anything you're filming here in a couple weeks? Any courses that you guys are playing?
Um, I think, I don't know, but might as well, eh?
Yeah.
I think it was, there's this thing called Dormy Club. Are you aware of that?
uh
Dormy Club. Or Derby. Dormy Derby. I don't know. It's in Philadelphia. I think it's a bit of. Have you heard of Hidden Creek?
No.
Okay. Well, we plan to play Pinehurst as well.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm familiar with Pinehurst. I know Pinehurst. So you guys are gonna be here for like what, a couple weeks, an extended period of
I
time,
think about
filming.
3 weeks.
Oh wow, okay,
Yeah, I
cool.
think I'm flying. I'm off to LA next week, um, and then going to San Diego, and then going to Philadelphia, and then going to. I think we've got a
Pinehurst.
big van. We travel in like a bus, and like team of 20, and just traveling the whole crew.
Hell yeah.
I actually don't know where I'm going. Just go.
Look, looking forward to that content. What is your dream collab? Is there anyone in the YouTube golf space that you'd like to collab with that would just be like the best?
Honestly, I don't. I personally, I don't watch too much YouTube golf. Um, but I know I would. Bryson, he's obviously the biggest guy in YouTube golf, and I've actually met him in person, and he's a great dude. He's a good dude. I think Bryson's would be nice. Maybe Scotty Scheffler. That'd be pretty good too.
Yeah.
That
Well,
guy'd be dope.
you got to film with Kevin Na and Danny Lee, right? Did you guys get to film with them?
Yes, we did. I think they were wanting to do more stuff, but it's just we have to get to where I think it was Texas where they were at. Hopefully again sometime soon.
Let me ask you this. As someone who understands the pro golf world, what are your thoughts on the PGA Tour live thing? Like, do you like one tour? And you don't got to say anything that get you in trouble or anything, but like, I guess from someone who's an international viewer of the game per se, like I feel like live is much more international versus PGA Tour is global, but much more here in America. I guess. What are your thoughts on, I guess, the state of pro golf as it is right now?
Mm, well, I think we've had some relationship with Live Golf. There might be more in the future, which we appreciated. But me personally, coming from a professional golf background, I like it. I think I may be a bit more with Rory. It's I think golf should be just how it is. PGA Tour. I think that just feels more like a classic to me, original. Um, Maybe Live Tour golf. It's a bit too much, I think. But I don't know. But I have to say, I'm an original guy. I like watching just competitive golf.
So you mentioned you don't watch a lot of YouTube golf. Do you watch a lot of pro golf then? Like do you consume a lot of golf just in
I
general
just
when
watch
you're not?
highlights. I
Okay.
watch highlights of PGA Tour events, like round one highlights. I definitely watch final round highlights for every event, I think, on YouTube. That's pretty much it. Once in a while, when it pops up, I watch, maybe Bryson stuff, Grant, all these big guys. They pop up. I may click on it, but I don't think I would watch it for more than 5 minutes.
I feel that. I've heard that from, like, believe it or not, like I've obviously had a good amount of the good guys, YouTube golfers, both Brian Bros. I know Wesley and George, I think, consume a lot of YouTube golf, but I know a lot of the people I've had on said that they don't really watch or consume a lot of YouTube golf in their free time, which makes sense. Like, honestly, like from someone like yourself or like Taco or whoever, like when you're entrenched in it as like a full time job and like you're doing it all the time, like I wouldn't want to like do that in my free time as well.
Yeah,
Like for for
yeah,
me, like I work a full time job. This is just a side hustle for me. But I just feel like I wouldn't want to do my job outside of my working hours. You know what I mean? So it does make sense.
yeah. I think that's how I feel. So, and I don't know. I don't know why, but it's just I don't reckon it's that fun. But I'll tell you what, I definitely think Taco edits all his video. I've got big respect in Taco's editing. That's for
Do
sure.
you edit your own videos?
No, I don't edit any of my videos. I do. I make changes. I wouldn't say I edit, but I look at all my clips and then I go through the whole clip again and make some adjustments. But I don't really edit. I've got zero talent. But I watch every voice edit. But I think Taco gets very creative with his work, and I think a lot of the boys, we do get an idea of Taco videos. Like my editor, I think he gets an idea of Taco's. It's big respect. I think that's why the Taco Golf channel grew very quick. Um, Obviously Quan, but it's just he made good videos.
How do you like Tacoma? I know you work with Tacoma. How have you liked using the clubs as someone who is also a brand ambassador through Tacoma? I love them, but I'm just curious how you like using the clubs now that you've been on staff with them for a few months.
Well, actually, I think I've used it for over a year now. Um, I'm gonna be very honest. To be honest, when I changed clubs, they weren't too much different with the previous irons that I was using. I have to say, I could control the flight. Um, I think I had some shots where it was may get a little bit like a flyerish ball flight, where it just comes out a little bit more hotter. But I think that was just my fault. But apart from that, they were exactly the same. Flight control, path, with just shaping the ball. I don't think they were too much different. But the thing is, the price what you pay for Tacomas is aren't they much cheaper? So for what you pay, I think you're definitely getting more than what you're paying for. I think I can confidently say that.
Me too. I have, I don't know what irons you use, but I have the 301 CBs,
I got the
4-3
same
inch.
ones. Yeah,
Okay,
I got the
yeah.
same
So
ones.
I actually put the SFO2 wedges also in play. I actually really like those. But to be honest, I did notice I've been playing mine for about all summer, basically since May. I noticed that I do get hot balls as well. I don't know if it's just these irons, but it's funny you say that because I have noticed that out of the rough specifically, like I'm getting balls that are like nuking, like just jumping straight, and it's whether it's like into the wind too that I'm getting these hot faces. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe that's just because they're newer. I don't know, but it's funny you say that because I have gotten that as well.
yeah, because I get that from fairway as well. Rough, I understand, but I get it from fairway sometimes as well. Um, but I was always thinking it was me. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've never been a person that blames club. Never in my life.
Fair
I
enough.
always try to fit into the club.
Fair enough. All right, let's get into some rapid fire questions. How many
Sure.
hole in ones do you have? I'm curious.
I had three.
Three? That's it, dude. I've had people who have said like 30 or like 20. Like I don't under like. uh Do you know who Will Wilcox is? He caddies for Sungjae.
I
Sungjae
think
Im.
I've heard of him. Yeah. Did he have
So
30?
he, huh?
Did he
He
make?
has like he's got like 20, I think, is what he told me.
Oh,
But
okay.
he used to play on the PGA Tour,
Yeah.
and then kind of went through some issues, and now caddies, ironically enough, for Sungjae. But he still flushes it. But like I've gotten some crazy answers from people, so that's what uh what is your favorite golf course that you've ever played?
Let's say Stonehill.
Stonehill.
Yeah.
Favorite professional golfer?
Scotty Scheffler.
Lowest score ever. Could be tournament, could be YouTube, whatever.
Um, 60 in a tournament.
You shot
61 in a
60?
tournament and 60 in a normal non-tournament.
That's fucking crazy. That's
All my
fucking
three
crazy.
hole-in-ones were all tournament as well. They
Really?
weren't.
So you play
Mine's
up, huh?
legit.
You do hole in ones on par three courses count?
Oh no,
No,
no, not on
no.
a par 3 course. No.
All right, last one. I don't know if I already asked you this, but what is your dream foursome that you could play with any three other people? Who would it be?
Dream foursome.
Yeah.
Um, let's get Tiger. Let's get Scotty, and let's get Rory
Okay. So you're going all the big guns, huh?
or the big guns.
You think you win any money in that skins game in that foursome? You think you win a hole?
No,
At least you're honest.
maybe one,
All
but
right,
no, I don't think
maybe
so.
one. All right, Harry, I will let you go, man. Thank you so much for the time today. Before we drop, just feel free to plug whatever you want. I know you guys have wehitfairways.com, which I'll link in the description. I'll also link Harry's solo channel and Instagram in the description. Make sure you drop a sub, follow him on all the
Perfect.
socials. But anything else, Harry, before I let you go, feel free to plug whatever you want. I don't have any sponsors other than Tacoma. So,
Okay. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Takama, support Takama, guys. We have fairways, obviously. We just never have stuff in stock. They're
I
coming.
know.
We've been working on so hard. Well, yeah, I've been working so hard, but it just takes time, you know.
I
And
know.
it's
I
just,
didn't mean to
just
throw you
wanted to
guys
make
under
it
the
good.
bus. You
Yeah.
guys are sold out of everything. I wanted to buy a hat so I could have it for the interview, but
Ah,
I knew you guys don't have anything, man.
yeah, I have to say we'll be back in stock in November, but with a bunch of clothes, new caps,